you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
So I wasn't gonna make a video on this specifically because I feel like so many queer creators have hit the nail on the head with this, but I want to interject myself into the conversation because I am a Black man and a queer musician. And I think it's important that we have a very important dialogue about what went on this past weekend with DaBaby and fucking Rolling Loud. So, as you saw at the beginning of the video, I put the clip in that everybody has been talking about. DaBaby decided to get on stage at Rolling Loud, which is a festival, if you all aren't aware, in front of hundreds of thousands of people from all different types of demographics, backgrounds, and apparently unprovoked, he said what he said at the beginning of the video. And it's very confusing to me that you are so interested in tearing people down, really. As a musician, I couldn't imagine being in a crowd filled with thousands of people screaming my name, screaming my music back at me, and then saying something so cruel and really vile to get people to put their cell phone lights up. You know, there is a lot of misconception with HIV and AIDS, that it is a disease that only affects queer people or only affects gay people or the LGBTQ community. And that isn't the case for so many different reasons. People can be born with it. People can have experienced sexual assault and got it of no volition of their own. And it is so curious to me that you would use such a vile disease to, I don't know, pump up the crowd as if nobody in that audience was living or is living with the virus. HIV and AIDS did a number on the Black community and the Black queer community specifically, you know, and we are fighting every day to take healthier measures to protect ourselves and to protect others and to hopefully wipe this disease out one day. And I am just bewildered that you have the gall to insinuate that there is something wrong with people who are living with this virus. Like, oftentimes there's a dialogue about cis-het, especially Black men, being the weakest link within our community. And when shit like this happens, I'm confused on how to argue the opposite. And nobody's gonna hold you accountable. T.I.'s dumbass came out and doubled down on what you said as if he doesn't have charges of his own to be worried about. I'm confused. Clifford, you might want to sit down and eat your food. And nobody in your team, no publicist is like, please shut your ass up. Like, you had the DJ in the background gassing you up or hyping you up. And I'm just like, for a seemingly heterosexual man, again, in front of hundreds of thousands of your fans, why is HIV and AIDS on your mind? Why is sucking dick in the parking lot on your mind? A man sucking dick in the parking lot. That it seems a little sus to me. And again, I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but I'm confused on how your brain connected these fucking dots to get you to this place when this should be one of the highlights. We literally just went through a pandemic. We're still going through a pandemic, actually, that took thousands of lives around the world. And you as an artist having the opportunity to do what you do for your livelihood and perform in front of thousands of people after being on lockdown for over a year, and you decided to use it to spread hate, like, and how are your queer fans supposed to take that? You came out, I saw an Instagram live or you know, story, and you were talking about, you know, your gay fans aren't none of those nasty niggas with HIV and AIDS, and you know, you need to take them out to 5-star hotels. They're not the type of gays that sucking dick in the parking lot. First of all, if somebody wants to suck dick in the parking lot, that's between them and, you know, whoever they're doing that with. Second of all, did you take like a poll or a census of everybody in the audience to say that none of them were affected negatively by what you said? Like, how is, and again, I wasn't really a fan of your music. I saw The Hustle and I rocked with a lot of what you and Megan did. And then you pulled that shit with Tory Lanez, which is confusing to me. It's befuddling, really, because Megan is a star. Megan is a black woman. You were birthed from a black woman. And Tory Lanez is skeezy, to put it politely. So not only did you perform after Megan, you brought this nigga out to perform with you as what, a middle finger to her, to be like, hey, this is my dog. And that, again, brings us back full circle to this conversation about not being held accountable. No black man that I have seen, cishet, in the music industry has held Tory Lanez accountable for what he has done. Then you come out with this bullshit and nobody's going to hold you accountable. T.I., like, as one of the OGs in rap, you think he would know better? He said some shit like, and if I can find the tweet, I'll put it up on the screen. T.I. said some shit like, if Lil Nas X can be himself on stage or say what he wants on stage, then DaBaby should be able to do the same. The thing about it is, Lil Nas being himself is not spreading hate. It is creating space for himself as a queer black man. We deserve to take up that space. We are here. We've been here. But you, DaBaby, spreading vile, evil, just disgusting rhetoric as if there's something wrong with having HIV and AIDS. Like, I have to go back to it because this type of thinking is how stigmas and shame are born. And if people can't have a conversation about the virus and precautions they're taking to protect themselves and to protect others, then it'll continue to spread. So often I feel like in rap, it is this rhetoric of how many bitches you can fuck and not using protection and blah, 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 blah. While in the queer community, we are getting tested. We are having the conversations about HIV and AIDS because we know how important it is within our community to protect ourselves and to protect others. So this insinuation that you're somehow dirty, unclean, unworthy because you have this virus is sick. It is disgusting. And I don't understand what you thought was gonna happen. how people were going to react. And maybe this was the idea. Maybe you thought that, you know, no publicity is bad publicity, and now you have people making videos like these to you, about you, and you may not ever see this, but I want people who support me, who see me, who have given me a platform, to know that I don't think that this is acceptable, and I will use my voice to stand up for the people who need it and for myself. I think that it's okay for us to be Black and queer in spaces that we are in the background, where we are doing, you know, your girl's hair, dressing you, dressing your girl, dressing your family. But heaven forbid we take up space on the screen or on the stage, then we can be the butt of jokes. It's fucking tired. It's 2021. Gay people have been here. Trans people have been here. We will be here after you are dead. So you can kind of dead this issue. Like, I just think it's goofy as fuck. And I'm trying to talk with empathy, empathy that you clearly couldn't give me or the people that look like me or sound like me. But this is a tale as old as time. Black men, you know, with the Black Lives Matter movement, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, it was queer women of color that were out marching for you, that were organizing for you, and queer men following their lead, and it trickles down. And so, you know, you want us to be there for you and your struggles and your hurt. And yet there is this conditionality for my life, as if because I am queer, I am not Black, or my Black life doesn't matter. And, you know, I could rant about this day in and day out, but I am hoping that anybody who sees this, especially if you are a heterosexual Black man, takes this as a lesson to stand up for our voices, because I can scream from the rooftops as a Black gay man and say, you know, my life matters, HIV/AIDS isn't a joke, my sexuality isn't a joke, it's not a punchline to ostracize me in front of a festival of 100,000 people. Like, but that won't get to the people it needs to get to. It won't hit the ears that it needs to hit. It has to be you standing up to your homophobic, transphobic brothers and letting them know that, hey, like, dog, that's not cool. This is why it's not cool. This is what you could say instead. Like, it's just goofy as fuck to me that we still have to have these conversations, because, you know, let somebody say something that is racist, that is directly affecting you, and you're up in arms, and you want me to be up in arms as well. But you feel like I'm being too sensitive by saying what you're saying, what you're joking about, hurts me, and it hurts the people that look like me and sound like me. It's tired. And it is the same thing when white people are like, oh, I can't be racist, I have a Black friend. Oh, I can't be homophobic, I have a gay hairstylist. Like, that's not quite how it works. And the clothes on your back, the shit that you're rapping about, Gucci, Louis, Versace, Prada, like, these are gay people that are dressing you. A lot of what is in right now, and culturally what is being moved, is by queer people. And so for you to be okay with that aspect of it again, and then shit on us for a virus that we didn't ask for. And I'm not HIV positive. I'm not even pretending to grasp what it would be like to be living with the virus today. And I would love to talk to somebody about it to get a better understanding. But I have done research as a queer man. I have to be aware of the risks that come with having sex, protecting myself, protecting my partner, and the tools that are out there to protect other people, and to give empathy and grace to those who, for so many reasons, you could have contracted that virus or any sexually transmitted disease, and it's still not You're not dirty. You're not unworthy of love, affection. It's a virus. Like, you wouldn't say somebody is dirty for having the cold. Why is cold okay, the chicken pox okay, but HIV and AIDS is like, and I know one is a deadly disease, but so is cancer. Somebody isn't dirty because they have cancer. And so this rhetoric has to change, because it is us as humanity against the virus, not us that are negative versus those that are positive. Like, we won't get anywhere with that. And so I am begging at this point for you, DaBaby, to do your research, to take accountability for what you have done, and to understand that you have a platform, a very, very large platform that has power to do good and evil. And when you use that platform, you have the power to change generations. There are young Black boys that look up to you. And so whether they're gay, straight, trans, lesbian, whatever, you have an opportunity to speak directly to them, to shift culture. And when you look back in 25 years, 30 years, however long your career is, will you look back and be like, I used my platform for something positive, for change, for a legacy that will echo and ripple beyond me? Or was I divisive? Was I cruel for no reason other than I could be? This shit don't affect me, so I can say what I want. Like, for what? Why? Like, you've been blessed beyond measure to even be able to stand on the stages that you're standing on. And I'm not saying you didn't work hard. I'm not saying that you don't have talent, but there are so many people that want to do what you're doing, that want to have the platform that you have, and you have it. And instead of using it for something positive, uplifting, you have decided to show your Black ass. And for what? And then again, instead of taking accountability, you deflect by saying, you know, my gay fans ain't no nasty niggas. Like, did you call all of them? Did you take a poll? I know, like, I'm going in circles because I don't get it. I don't understand. This does not make sense to me. And I'm over it. I'm over the lack of accountability. I'm over the lack of responsibility. I'm over the blatant ignorance, because Google is free. It is free 99 to Google everything you need to know about HIV and AIDS and what it has done to our community, specifically what it is still doing to our community, and how you could be a proponent to change the narrative about the virus and to help us move past this. Like, to me, you said this shit, you said it, it's out on the internet, whatever. If you really wanted to take accountability, if you really wanted to change, you would have given the money you made at Rolling Loud to, or even if it was a portion, to HIV AIDS research, to an LGBTQ foundation, something to say like, y'all, I fucked up and I want to take a step in the right direction. I don't want to ostracize my gay fans, because I know I got a lot of them. I know I got a lot of trans fans. I know that people look up to me. I know that they respect me and my music. So let me take a step in the right direction by investing in research to help get rid of this virus, for us to move past this. Teach me, educate me. But instead, you fucking laid in bed and tried to explain to us like we're dumb that what you said was okay because of X, Y, and Z. Like, miss me with that. I decided for myself to just remove any music of yours off of my phone. That's not something that I can continue to subscribe to. I urge others to do the same, because people will not learn until their pockets are hit, unfortunately. And who knows, this cry may fall on deaf ears. And maybe in 10 years, I will fuck up like this and be coming to y'all asking for forgiveness. And hopefully I have the mental space and the capacity for growth and responsibility and accountability for whatever I have fucked up in the past or will fuck up. But until I see that from him, this grown ass man, you can miss me with that bullshit with the music. Like the Megan thing was already like a tick in the box, but this is 2 ticks. So 3 strikes, you're out in my book. Thank y'all so much for watching this rant. I'd love to talk about it more in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel grow. Yeah, if I forgot anything or if I need to add something to the discourse, please let me know. And yeah, be on the lookout for another video tonight at 9. Today is Tuesday, so I'm like filming this really like off the dome, but I want to get back to like positivity and like music that I do enjoy and things that I do enjoy, but I couldn't in good conscience continue working on, you know, Normani's and Willows and that kind of stuff without addressing this. So thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I love you so much. Bye.